All right, bingo. Yes. Nice. Here we go. All right, bingo. There we go. Great to see you here today. Rosie, great to see you here today, Rosie. Excited to get another awesome day of OFA started. We can get right into it, Rosie. Looks like you are the early bird that gets the worm today. So, how can I help?
Awesome. Good to see ya.
Good to see you as well.
Okay, so as I kind of like discussed yesterday, I have been working, but I'm stuck.
Mm,
I would like for you to kind of like just go over where I'm being stuck. So I have a product, a digital product.
mhm.
I created my ad. The ad seems like it's working. It's bringing people there. But then when they're looking at the page, it seems like they're interested. They go all the way down, and they just don't buy. I did
Mm,
first day that I put it out, I did get one person to buy off the bat, but then after that, it has been nothing. So
mm.
I'm just trying to figure out where is the disconnect. I've been using everything you have taught me, but I did want to get another set of eyes on it because I'm still a rookie.
Yeah. Can you share your screen? Let's go take a look.
Yes. So you want to start at the ad? Where do you want to start?
I actually want to start right at your Microsoft Clarity.
Okay, so that is here. Okay. So well, let me just
Okay.
refresh you.
What I want to do is
Let me
top
re
right, view highlights.
okay, let me refresh. Let me move you out the way so I can see. Okay, so recording, you said okay.
Oops. Yes, right there, view highlights, that little button. Yes. Oh, that's just viewing highlights. No, what I want to get to, sorry, go back on your browser. Okay. Click the camera icon here. Okay. Also, I'm seeing 7% dead clicks. That's interesting. We'll look at that soon. But click that camera icon. See more on that summary. What these summaries are is the AI watches all your videos and sees your customer interactions, and then it's giving us summation. So I can just see all 12 recordings summated here. Okay, brief landings. We're looking at your last 3 days. At the top, there's a filter right here. Make that last 14 like you had it before. Great, and apply. All right, let's get these summaries here. Great. Oh, great. You can see that first one, the dead clicks. People are dead clicking on your buttons themselves. To the very right of this, so what we're seeing is people are clicking yes, I want the scene without shame button, but nothing is happening.
But when I do it on my phone, it works.
Well, we're going to go see exactly what happened to them. So, over to the very right, these little number tiles, that's actually linking to specific videos that it saw this happen. So, click 49 for me. And what I would do, are you on a Mac? You are. Press Command and then click 49. It'll open it up in a new browser tab. So, hold Command, hit 49.
Did it do it? No.
No, that moved our tabs. Yeah, just hold Command and then click number 49 there. Interesting. Okay. So it looks like that button is the one that they tried to click. Okay, press back on your browser. Go back here to your videos. Okay, why does it keep pulling me in here? Uh, can you scroll up at all? No, you should be fine. That's so interesting. Why press back on your browser, top left? Yeah. Okay, click your videos, that video icon. What is going on with this? Uh, click view full recording, top right. Okay, and now hit back, top left. It's right there.
Okay.
Okay. Click your 59. Let's see what that shows me. Okay. Okay, so there they clicked the button and it took them down to the order form and then they left. Okay. Uh hit back again for me right there. Let's check out the next one, 33. They clicked it, took them right down to your order form. Okay. 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 Back again. And let's go look at 71. Okay. I saw a good bit right there. Let's go to your funnel now.
Let me see. Go to this one.
Great.
Mm, maybe I need to restart my computer. What is going on? Ugh.
Amazon had some services go down and internet's been weird since then.
Okay, good to know. Because I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah, I'm gonna turn off my camera and yours. That should speed us up tremendously.
Okay.
Okay, great. So everything is going to your left, the control. Let's enter the editor of that page. Okay,
Because I added a video because I thought maybe that would help because first I had a picture. So I've been making small tweaks. That's why I did the split.
good.
Uh, but yeah, but it doesn't seem like the video is helping either. It seems like they just go past that. So I'm just trying different things.
Happens many times. Does your video have subtitles?
Yes.
Okay, great, awesome. All right, let's go down to your order form section. Great. And okay, I think the first thing that we could do, what I saw from your screenshots or your videos there is number one, people were clicking the button and landing on the order form, but they were just immediately scrolling right past. And it makes me feel like, as I was watching those, they didn't even realize that was the order form, and they didn't realize that that's the thing they needed to do to get the thing. So I would add a headline right above your order form that says, fill this out to get your thing. Fill out the form below to get the thing. Like as you look at the page here, you have your sales copy from the section above, but there's nothing here telling them to fill this out. Even step one of the order form just says contact information. There's nothing telling them, hey, fill in this order form to get your product. Does that make sense?
Yes.
It's just an order form on a page. So what we would do, there's a couple ways you could correct that. You could like redesign it so that that order form is in its own section, and maybe you put like checkbox borders around it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, just so it stands out a little bit more. But before you even did any of that, I would just add a headline. So click your add element button at the bottom of that order form. Yes, perfect. Add a headline. Great. Let's, drag your headline above the order form. Great. Lovely.
Hmm.
And you want it probably down. Yes. Great. Now, yeah, just type in for now a placeholder, fill out the form below.
Should it be all caps, I guess?
Beautiful. You could dress that up, make the words say what you wanted to say later on. But that's the first thing. So many people were hitting the order form and they were just immediately scrolling past. So just this little thing actually helps people find the order form. It gives them the directions. Remember, people don't know what to do. They're always looking for us to tell them what to do. So that'll say something along the lines of, fill out the form below to receive your body confirmation or the name of your product. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Awesome. I want to check your buttons now. Scroll me up a little bit. Scroll.
Yep.
Okay, keep going. Scroll. Oh, that was a little fast. Let me see all the buttons. Scroll. Okay.
This is the first one.
Yep. And it's set. I'm always looking in the bottom left. I can see what the button is set to from that text right there. So I know that button's set to scroll. You're telling me you've clicked all of them and they all scroll, people. So that's good. We're just double checking though. Go
No,
look at
not
your
a
other
problem.
buttons.
I can go down some more. I want to be thorough.
Yep. And that is scroll. Great. And that's scroll. Great. Scroll and scroll. Okay. Scroll me down back to your order form. What we're seeing right now, is a great example of urgency and scarcity. They are reading your sales message. When they click the buttons to look at your order form, although they're confused at first and they don't know that that's the order form they should fill out, they're still scrolling down and they're reading your reviews and they're seeing everything. But there's no real reason for them to buy. Like there's no urgency and scarcity. And urgency and scarcity are some of the greatest drivers of sales out there. Russell has said many times, if we don't have urgency and scarcity, we don't have sales coming through. There's got to be a reason why they joined today. So the two reasons I think of immediately are, number one, they actually want to take control of their body. They're actually fed up and they're actually ready to do something. But that's so dependent on the customer, right? The customer has to be in that perfect time. So we don't want to base our business on that. That's a tough gamble. What we want to do is add some fake urgency and scarcity. I would put a timer down below your order form. And I would say, this is only available for the next 3 hours at this price.
Okay.
So when they hit the order form, because they're clicking those buttons, and when they click that button, that's them saying, yes, I want this transformation. They come to the order form, and there's going to be a timer that sits at the bottom of it that says, this is only available at this price for the next 3 hours, 3 days, whatever it may be. That is the first thing I would really have you add to this so we could start split testing. A little bit of urgency and scarcity. Here's how we add a timer. Click your add element button below your order form. Yep.
Oh, add it.
Just touch your order form, and
Oh,
that'll add the orange element below. There you go, that add element button down there. Yes. Type time. Your search is always enabled. You never even have to click it. There we go. There's our countdown timer. Great. Let's click anywhere on your funnel to go back to your timer settings now. So click on your timer. Okay, and we want this to be a countdown timer.
hmm
And we probably want this to be an evergreen timer, actually. Great. Click that time resets. Yes. On page load. Great. Let's start with 3 hours. You know what I would actually do? Sorry, let's do this the right way, Rosie. Make that timer 2 hours, 59 minutes, and 12 seconds, just so it looks like they're entering an existing timer. Great. And that's perfect for now. Go ahead and save. And then I would probably add just some subheadline down below that. And I would say this offer, this, what's your thing again? What do you call it?
Seen without shame.
Seen without shame. That's right.
Just to give you just quick background. So I've been polling my audience, and one lady said that she has a problem with her stomach. And when she's in intimate sex situations, she
Yep.
doesn't feel comfortable. So I'm
Mm.
listening to what people feedback. And so I created this because this is an issue. People just don't like their hanging stomach. So
Yep.
that's how it came about.
Yep. So I would just add some a subheadline down below. Go ahead, add element, subheadline. Great. And I would make it say something along the lines of the Seen Without Shame program is only available at this price for the next.
Single chain is only available for the next.
Okay, click off to the side just to get out of the text settings there. Great. Actually, grab your subheadline, put it above your timer. Yes. Great. Now go to your subheadline settings. So click your subheadline setting. Yep. Put some margin on there. Drag your top margin slider to the right. Just make a little space. Great. Great. Perfect. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so just this right here, we have just added urgency and scarcity to the funnel. You now have a timer that's going to be ticking down as soon as they see this, as soon as they hit the page. By the time they get to the order form, the timer's already going to be at like 2 hours, 58 minutes, and whatever seconds, right? This is urgency and scarcity. And I think just adding this right here will have an impact on how people are viewing this order form part of the funnel. Last thing I want to look at, in we only watched 4 screenshots, but people are looking at your reviews. They're looking at your testimonials. So we want to make sure there's a call to action down there. Scroll me down. Let me see what's below.
In between these two or go all the way down?
Yeah, see, what I'm seeing in my mind is a button right there, another call to action. We don't know where on the page they're going to be swayed and moved. They might be emotional, and the top of your funnel does it. They might be logical, and the middle of your funnel or the story does it. They might be fearful, and the bottom of your funnel, this part might do it. And we really want to lean into fear down here, and we really want to lean into like you're doing in the reviews. Look at all the success people just like you are having, right? So a lot of times people see these reviews and that's where they're like, "Oh yeah, other people are doing it. I got to do it." So I would definitely add a button here. Let's go look below your FAQs. Great. And then this belief building bundle, you're re-articulating what you have at the top of the funnel, correct?
No, this is actually my this is the ends after the common questions. This is my what do you call it?
Stack.
Oh no. What is it called? Oh God. When they have on my order form where the is it OTO?
Oh, you mean bump?
Yeah, bump, yes. So I
Okay.
put it here because I'm that's how the instructions from oh my God, I can't the other part it's some other I don't know their name. It's a spinoff from ClickFunnels. They it's like add-ons that they have. You've said their name before. I can't even think of their name.
Oh, CF Pro Tools.
Yes, Pro Tools. I've did their
Nice.
training and they, it tells me to place it here, but no one sees it, in on the final product. It's
Correct.
on the order form. So it's yeah, so it's basically my bumps.
And I would actually advise you opposite of that. This page is only about one product. That's the beauty of a funnel, Rosie. It's one product, it's one decision, it's a one track mindset. And the first yes is the hardest yes to get by far. So we're not talking to them about our order bumps. We're not talking about our OTOs. We are only talking about our flagship product, the one thing we're trying to buy. Because once we get them to say yes to that product, then we sell the order bump in the order form. You can
No,
have a
that's
little bit.
where it is. It's in the order form. I wish you could see
Yes, that's
it.
where they buy it, but we don't mention it. We don't talk about it. We don't share anything about it until they fill out the order form and they're going to buy that product. It's an additive, but no funnel should be talking multiple things at once like this, especially in this case, because this is your bottom of the funnel. This is where if they read all the way down here, they are interested in the product. They are interested in the transformation that you are promising them. So here at the bottom, we want to lean into fear. Don't let this opportunity pass you by, right? Don't take action on yourself. Take action on your health. We're leaning into fear here at the bottom big time.
So say that again. Okay, so what I just want to clarify for this. So this they
Mhm.
do not see. This is where I just put my bump information. So if you go here, they don't see it. It ends here. This is just how it works on the thing. See, you don't see it in the real form. This is just where the placement is. So when they do the bump, they have some code that take it from the bottom and put it in the order form. So this is exactly where it stops at on my thing. I just wanted to be clear on that, but it just shows here
Okay.
on my funnel. You see what I'm saying? The
Okay.
code removes it and takes it into the order form.
Yes, I do understand. Okay, so scroll me down then at the end that this is really going to be the end.
Yeah, so this is the end. This is the end after the so just like it, this is the end.
Cool. A
So
lot of
should
the
I
time,
put the other stuff that you were saying, like put
no, you're fine. This is good. Customers are not seeing everything else on the page as
yeah.
they shouldn't yet. So that's perfectly fine. I think the last thing I would tell you to add, Rosie. So, number one, we should have buttons right here.
Mhm.
100% should add a button there. And then at the bottom, Russell has always done PSs. He's always done PS from Russell. And it's just a quick little 3 lines, 4 lines that kind of summates everything that you're saying. So I would probably add a PS down here as well. Little image of you, something like that, 4, 3 sentences, and it's just a really quick summation. PS, I love helping women. You only work with Black women, is that right?
Yes.
I think I saw a white stomach up there. Get
Well,
that going, Rosie.
no, so okay. So I want that is my target audience, but when I look at people that is joining, like following me, it's also white women. So I'm not exclusive. My audience is my tone and everything is towards black women, but
Okay.
anybody over 40, because I've seen like white women are actually joining and following me as well. So
Yeah. I would agree with your transformation. That's desirable by all women. So
yeah.
cool. Then I'm totally fine with this. You're heavily Black women, but you have some white pictures in there. Totally fine. I would definitely at the bottom then I would just add a PS. And it would be PS, uh P.S. My name is Rosie, and my entire life is dedicated to helping women over 40 reclaim their self confidence and their passion. And we do this through healthy living or whatever you're thinking. Like just a really simple P.S. And then have a button down here in that P.S. as well.
Okay.
Cool. Now,
So
go ahead, please.
no, I'm listening. Go ahead. Now you were saying something else.
Now I want to look at your hook. So take me to the very top.
Should go back to the funnel, or are you okay with
Right here
this?
is fine. This is great. Take me up to the very top. The above the fold. Yep. So when people land on the page, this is what they see. If you avoid looking at your body and feel anxious about letting him see you, this will help you feel comfortable again. Okay. You're making a statement in this headline. You're making a claim, which we've tried and it's great and it's getting people to scroll. What Russell has always done is curiosity based headlines. So Russell would have always a headline that makes somebody, it invokes curiosity. It makes them have to read more. It makes them say, well, what is this thing that he has? It's always something like the one weird tweak I made to my funnel that helped me collect an extra $1 million a year. Or it'd be like the one supplement I found that helped me cut out 120 other pills I was taking. See what I'm saying? It's curiosity. You read that headline and you're like, ooh, man, what's that one thing he did that helped him make more money? Or that one thing he did? What's that thing? I gotta know what that thing is. Are you familiar with V Shred?
No.
V Shred is a health and wellness company that deals with people more in their 20s to 30s. Um, but they are unbelievably successful. And VShred just ran a bunch of curiosity-based ads, and it was all their ads was, curiosity, how I live my life so I can stay in shape but still eat donuts. And it was the one superfood you're not eating that's slowing down your testosterone. Right? It was all curiosity based. They were not making claims. It was not get a six pack in 3 weeks. It was not lose 10 pounds in 10 days. It was curiosity. The one thing you can do, the one little tweak you can make to transform your health, to transform your body. And we don't really have any curiosity here. It's just if you avoid looking at your body and feel anxious about letting him see you, this will help you feel comfortable again. I would start running some curiosity based headlines. And it would be like the one trick thousands of women use every day to feel confident about their body and showing it off to him.
Mm.
That's curiosity. They're like, wait a minute, what now? Hold on. I got to see what Rosie's talking about here. And that really helps pre-frame the whole funnel and pre-frame the conversation as well. Because as they're reading through, they're saying tons of women are doing this right now. What's this trick? What's this methodology? What's this thing? Does that all make sense?
Yes.
Cool. So you could, what Russell typically does too is he has headline and then a subheadline. The headline makes the claim, the subheadline is supporting evidence. So you could have a headline that says something of the one weird trick that the one simple tweak you can make to feel confident about your body and letting him see it again. That would be your headline. Then the subheadline would be like hundreds or thousands of women have implemented this trick and transformed their intimate time, or thousands of women have done this in their life. Thousands of women have learned this trick and wake up every day feeling confident, beautiful, and desired. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Good. I think that right there, from seeing what I saw, I would focus only on your above the fold, and I would add curiosity headline, a subheadline that supports it and shows a little bit of proof to how it's done. I would focus on your above the fold, and I would focus on your order form. Everything else seems to be doing okay. So we are just going to optimize those and get them to start converting.
Awesome.
Nice. Great.
So can I show you my ad?
Yeah, we can look at that. Absolutely.
Okay, so this is what it is right here.
Okay.
Let me know when you want me to go over so you can see the rest of the pictures if you want.
I'm just looking at your first line still. I didn't used to feel this way about my body, but after my stomach changed, what way did you feel about your body? I would change that first word. Maybe I didn't used to feel shameful about my body. I didn't used to feel embarrassed about my body. Like, what's the thing that your customers are feeling about their body? And that's what we're going to describe right there.
Okay.
So it would read, I didn't used to feel shameful about my body, but after my stomach changed, I started avoiding mirrors, turning off the lights, and feeling disgusted being seen naked. Intimacy started to feel like pressure instead of connection, and I kept thinking, what if he notices? What if he doesn't like my body? So I created something for that exact moment. The Scene Without Shame guide helps you feel calm, comfortable, and safe in your body again. Again, without changing your body first. No diets, no fixing, no pretending you feel confident. Yeah, I like that. I would really just tweak that top line. I used to feel, be descriptive about the way you used to feel about your body. Images look nice. Scroll through those. Okay. You could probably just have a bunch of different images, like it's all the same image. So I would have some images of you, like the characters looking in the mirror. Um, I would have some. You mentioned you avoided mirrors, turning off the lights, and feeling disgusted being seen naked. So I would want my images to be that same tone. I would have an image avoiding mirrors. I would have an image turning off lights. I would have an image of feeling disgusted being seen naked. Of course, you can't be naked, but you can make an image infer that, right?
Mhm.
Cool. So your ad's doing good with just this, though. Um, make those tweaks and it will definitely perform better.
Okay.
Biggest thing though takes me back to the funnel. We really need to focus on the order form. Focus on that, yes, because you're sending people here. They have good intent. It's like it's one thing. It's one thing if all the people that you showed me, if I'm watching these screen recordings and they're hitting the page and they're leaving in 5 seconds. If that's the case, then I would be looking at your ad more. I would be looking at congruency. I'd be looking more at the top of the funnel, your hook. But you had great intent from customers. They're clicking the buttons, they're reading your story, they're looking at your reviews and your frequently asked questions. That's all high level of intent. So, really, I think what we've done here, adding that headline, telling them to fill out the form below to reclaim your confidence, having that urgency and scarcity down there with a timer. I think all that is going to do really well. So it's just keep doing the same and keep tweaking. Keep, so sorry, hold on. It's just keep tweaking the order form, keep tweaking the hook.
Okay. And then as far as like, because what I guess so I was doing like I started off with my strategy was starting off with like $10 a day. And then like I bumped it up when I got my first one. And then I went all the way up to $100
Mm.
a day. But I wasn't getting anybody, so I dropped it off. So what should be my strategy now once I um made tweaks, and do I still stay at like 20? So I know it's 3 times. So the checklist is $7. So because again, I want people to, I'm just a weird lady off the internet. I want to bring them into my ecosystem. So I started off with something small. So should
Yep.
I still stick with like $21 and then like once I get like 5 sales, then bump it up? Like, what is my strategy?
That's a great question, Rosie. I think you could start at $25 a day, no problem. And then in your ads, set up something called incremental scaling. Have I talked to you about this before?
No.
Okay, incremental scaling can be set up in your Facebook ad. And basically, you give the ad the KPIs, the key performance indicators. And you can say, hey, if my ad is performing this well, then scale up by 20%. If my ad is not performing this well, then scale down. Set up that incremental scaling in your ad. That sends the signals to Facebook of like, hey, Rosie's a serious person. She's going to be continuing to spend. She's setting up a campaign for future. So I would set up incremental scaling in your ads. I would start at $20 a day and or $25 a day, either one. And then I would do exactly what you've been doing, Rosie. I would look at my Microsoft Clarity every day, if not multiple times a day. Like a bootstrapper like yourself, this is how they do it. They start their ads small and they watch their stats rigorously. Multiple times a day, they look at their Facebook stats to see how the ad is performing. Multiple times a day, they look at the funnel stats to see what the conversions are. Multiple times a day, they look at Microsoft Clarity to see what people are doing on the funnel. And as they're finding friction in their Clarity recordings, they're fixing it all live in the moment right there until they start getting the sales they're looking for, and then they start scaling it up.
Gotcha. Now,
Yep.
last question. So, okay, I am seeing a mix. So I do see people that are very interested, but then I also see people like what you said at first, they hit that, page and they're gone in seconds.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you know how to navigate? I know we just made these tweaks, but how do you know when you have like even numbers of people like looking and then people leaving right away?
When people come to the page and they leave right away, that's always congruency. So that means what you're saying in the ad, when they land on your funnel, they're expecting it to be saying something different than what the funnel is saying. That all comes down to your hook. That all comes down to your above the fold. So making sure that the ad is congruent in design and in copy. Like if your ad has all green backgrounds and they go to the funnel and the funnel has blue backgrounds, that's incongruent from ad to funnel. And that would make people be like, whoa, wait, am I on the right page? Is this the right place? I don't know. And a confused mind always says what, Rosie?
They don't buy. They say
That's
no.
right. A confused mind says no every single time. So, also, if you're saying one thing in the ad and then they land on the funnel is saying something completely different. Like, for instance, if your ad was eat an apple a day and keep the doctor away, and they click on that ad, and the top of the funnel says, check out oranges and how they can change your health today. Well, that's incongruent. The ad was about apples. Now we're talking about oranges. And they're like, wait, am I on the right place? I don't think so. And I'm gone. So if you're seeing a ton of that, then definitely focus on your above the fold and your messaging and congruency from ad to funnel.
Okay. But for now, it seems like, or when is it just the person? Like they just clicking on it for curiosity. I don't know. I mean,
Never. Then as a marketer, we should be harnessing that curiosity. It's never their fault. It's always our fault.
okay.
It's always my fault. If somebody clicked on my ad, then that's them saying I'm interested. And if they're not buying, that means I'm unselling them at some point in my funnel. So I look at it and I say, where am I unselling the customer? Thank God it's 2026 and we have Microsoft Clarity so we can watch them interacting with our funnel. But that's how you find out. We used to have to pay thousands and thousands of dollars to get screen tracking software. Now it's free with Clarity. But literally, what you're going through right now, Rosie, is funnels. It is an iterative process. You do the best, you launch with the best you have, and then we find out the friction points. We find the areas in the funnel that they're dropping off and not getting past. We tweak those, we make those better, more congruent, more curiosity. So that if somebody clicks on my ad just because they're curious, they're taken to a funnel where I have a curiosity invoking headline that feeds more into their curiosity and gets them to go down and read my story. And now I turned curiosity to interest. And then I turn that interest into intention and they buy.
Gotcha.
It's always our fault.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I think this has been great.
Awesome. I couldn't agree more, Rosie. You're on the same track everybody has been on before you. Just hit those things, focus on your above the fold, focus on the order form, and you'll know when you're doing it right when you're watching those clarity recordings. Just don't forget my favorite saying in marketing, don't be cute, be clear. Make sure you're doing that in your headline and your order form.
Got you. Thank you so much, Dante. I so appreciate you.
Always a pleasure, Rosie.
All right.
All right. Vladimir, good to see you, my man. How can I help?
Dante, my man, you might have a little bit of echo. I'm here in a conference room here in the factory in the Dominican Republic. But listen, I have a workflow that I built, and I want to make sure it's all connected to the funnel.
Cool.
That when we unleash the marketing, I want to make sure that, like we're collecting everything.
Cool.
So let me share the screen and we take it from there.
Great.
How you been, bud?
I'm good. I am great. Super busy, but that's what I like.
All right, so you see the screen, right?
Gotcha.
Lovely. So here is the workflow. Here
Mhm.
is the first email in the
Mhm.
sequence. Let me just make sure that's published. All right, so how do I make sure that it's connected, bud?
Well, you are connected. What I'm
Okay.
seeing is this is the page, your funnel
Correct.
page. I see an order confirmation, an abandoned cart, and your grandmaster sequence. So it really comes
Yes.
down to the triggers. In this grandmaster sequence, let me look at your triggers.
Yeah.
Okay, it'll probably be the bottom trigger. Yeah, so if the tags are applied, okay, great. And I think what you're wanting, let me get my Picasso drawings out of here. I think what you're wanting is if somebody buys on your order form, you also want them added to your master email sequence. Is that
That
right?
is correct. That is correct.
Okay, so scroll me down on your triggers here. Keep going. I want to see all the triggers. And there we go. At the bottom, there is one turned on. When a successful purchase happens in this funnel and on this page, which is exactly what you want, that is this funnel and this page on the left. So anytime they buy, they'll also be added to this master sequence. Perfect.
Excellent. So we are in good shape here, right? Like,
Absolutely.
you know, excellent. I might, do you think that I should have a pop-up just for the opt-in? Is there such thing? Or when somebody visits the funnel, instead of just collecting it through the order form? Because here is my thing. This is going to go to a friendly traffic,
Yep.
right? And with that being said, there's a camaraderie, right? Like that, I would at least like to try to extract that traffic as much as I can, right? That's my whole goal here. So I can start working them and retargeting them. So
Mhm.
is there like a pop-up on a funnel that can actually be an opt-in? Something, like a subscribe to a Brotherhood of the White Ash newsletter by Baron Havana or something like that. You know what I mean? And then
Yes.
people that are like, oh, okay, it's free. You know, like I don't wanna buy anything, but I want to start bringing them in instead of
Yep.
kind of going through a traditional purchase intent, right?
You absolutely could. You could have an exit pop on the order form. So when they try and exit, the pop-up shows up. And then you might say, join the Brotherhood newsletter and get 15% off on your first order.
Yeah, how do I ensure that that actually happens
So you would
automatically?
then, what automatically happens?
So the 15%, right?
What you would do is you would make another order form.
Okay.
There's two ways to do it. You could either
Uh-huh.
give them a coupon code, right? So like they
That's
join the
not
news.
legal that's not legal in the state of New York and state of New Jersey. So for tobacco. So that's
Okay.
unfortunately not an option.
Then what you would do is you would make another product and you would make that product price with the 15% off. So when they
Gotcha.
opt into your newsletter, you take them to another order form where the product is cheaper. It is 15% off. And right above the order form, you just put a headline that says your 15% off has already been added. Click, apply below, purchase below.
Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. So I would, and how do I
And actually, you
let
don't even
me
have to make a separate product, Vladimir.
uh-huh.
Inside of each product, you get to set pricing. So you could
Yeah.
just make another price, which is that 15% off. And
Gotcha.
you'd still make a separate order form, and then you would choose that pricing on that order form.
Gotcha. And how do I do that, bud?
Let me
So
show
for
you.
example, right here,
Yep, let's go back to
uh,
your funnel. Just make this big. Yeah, great. Go back to your funnel icon, top left.
okay.
Let's enter the editor of your order form page. Great. Okay.
Order form or of the order form?
Yes, where
Because
the
I thought
or
that I want to pop up when they enter, like when they get here, maybe like timed pop up or something.
yes. You could do a timed pop-up, and we can also place check marks on the page. So when somebody scrolls this far, the pop-up
Yes.
triggers automatically. You could definitely do that. I would just start with an exit pop personally, because here's what happens. People start scrolling down the page, and then they all see that pop-up and they all opt in. And now you're like forcing yourself to lose 15% of your margins. Right. I
Yeah.
I don't
Okay, I see
want
what
to
you're saying.
show that to everybody. I really want people buying full price, especially because it's such a good price for the product itself. We're
Yes,
only doing
yes.
an exit pop to really try and still capture those emails and maximize our traffic.
Yes. So I would do
So
that
you would go to
way.
customize at the top
Uh-huh.
and then pop a show pop up.
Okay.
Great. And then you would just make the pop up. But let's set your pop up settings. So click edit pop up settings just above.
Mhm.
Now, trigger on exit, we're going to turn that to yes. So hit that drop down and
Don't show
do
an exit.
show.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Yes. Now
Okay.
that's only going to pop up if somebody tries to leave the page, which is great
Gotcha.
because if they scroll halfway down, they might very well just be reading story and still want to buy without needing to see that pop up.
But will that occur? Let's say that 80% of the traffic comes from the cell phone, right?
Yep.
Usually people don't, at least I don't. Like people don't really exit on the phones. You just click another thing, you know. This
Yes.
is what I was thinking, maybe a timed pop-up on entry rather than on exit. Why? Because we have it's just because most of the traffic is going to happen on the phone.
So, in that case, if you wanted to, then yes, you could. We have settings here in the pop-up where you can trigger it on page load. So you could show it when the page loads. Then you could choose the delay right below. How long
Uh,
do you want that thing to wait for? You also have right
yeah.
below open when an element becomes visible. And then you could choose the element. And that's how you place a check mark on the page. Where like, hey, if they scroll down to this part,
Yes.
excuse
Bless
me.
you.
Thank
Bless
you.
you.
If they scroll down to this element, then show the pop-up.
Yeah. So which okay, so I would here.
You would hit your element
Gotcha.
drop down.
Uh-huh. And then this row, this
Well,
section.
you would probably want to scroll down. You want it to be lower on the funnel. So scroll
Yeah,
down.
I'm looking. Yeah, I'm looking. So I'm just seeing what the elements are. You know what I mean?
Yes,
So
but as you're scrolling and looking, hit that list again for me. Yes. As you move your mouse up the row, section, subheadline, they're actually showing you in the funnel. It's showing you what's selected. That's why we're moving up.
yeah,
If you did any of these, they're at the top of the funnel. So it would be like
yeah,
as soon as the funnel loads, right? They would
yeah.
see it. You definitely want to
Ye-
scroll down a little
Yeah, I
bit.
want to scroll down a little bit. Yeah. So,
Yes.
but how do I, but look, so I click here and it's actually showing, I don't even know what's showing. You see no element selected. You
I
see
don't
what
know
I'm saying?
why.
I'm just,
Yeah, I don't know why
uh,
your screen is doing that. Just move your mouse up into that first row that you see there, and now just scroll. No, not that far. Is that automatically closing
yeah,
there?
that's just automatically messing it up. Yeah.
Okay, it's just going to your different mobile and desktop. Just try and scroll down on the list right now.
No,
Yeah.
oh, okay. Okay, hold on.
And it keeps showing desktop
Yeah.
and mobile. That's
So
so
check what
odd.
happens now. Yeah. So now I'm on the first row.
Correct.
Now I'm actually on the actual logo.
Yes,
Sub headline.
correct.
Now it's showing mobile version and the thing got messed up.
I don't know why that is happening. Hit that drop down again.
Yeah, you see, like I can't even. It changes the whole screen, and then my cursor ends up being somewhere.
There's a scroll bar to the right. It's right there. Try and click and hold. No, hit that again. There's a little gray scroll bar.
Oh,
Yeah,
I see, right. Ah,
there you
gotcha.
go.
Gotcha. And how do I, okay. Section, row. You see, like, but this is so weird, aren't I?
It's looking at mobile and desktop. Yes, so you're just going to want to scroll manually to find the right area. Or now that you're past that, yeah, there you go.
Maybe like if they got the here. Oh man, like I don't even so I don't know where I am anymore, you know? Um
Just keep scrolling down and move your mouse. I think you should keep scrolling down a little bit. No, on your
this
funnel. Yes. Okay, try that. It's keep going down. And then on your list, okay, go down on your list, scroll down. Yeah. Keep scrolling. Let's see. Keep going.
okay, something
There you
changed.
go. There you go.
Paragraph. Okay, so I would okay, so I think okay,
There
this
you
image,
go.
yeah. So I'm gonna when somebody gets to here, I'm gonna have it. All right, let me select that.
Nice.
And
And
then
now, yes, you just make your pop up and dress it up.
how do I yeah, but let me see. What's the appropriate form here? Like, okay, I would
You're
obviously
just going
need
to
a
make an
blank
opt-in.
section.
So put a blank section, put a one column row, put a headline.
I think I need a first my like some kind of logo or something.
No, not in the
Oh,
pop-up.
okay.
Absolutely
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
Nope.
Absolutely. Okay, cool, cool, cool.
So here, what will we add? We'd probably just add a headline and a
Mm-hmm.
subheadline.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would probably add an image, a cover image of the newsletter or whatever thing
Yep.
you're going to have. Then below
Yep.
that, I would do a headline, a subheadline, then I'd have my image, and then
And then I need
I would do another subheadline,
okay.
and then I would do an input,
Input.
and
Input
I would,
again.
I would probably do two. Yeah, I want name, first name and
Name.
email, and then a button.
Yep. Awesome.
Boom, just like
Yeah.
that. The headline
Yeah.
says, join the newsletter to receive 15% off. The subheadline says, we send out a newsletter every 2 weeks and our customers absolutely love them. These are for Masons by Masons. An image is a cover photo of the newsletter itself. The sub-headline says, simply give us your information and we'll send you the first episode or the most recent newsletter and apply your 15% off discount. They fill it in,
Gotcha.
submit, done. Last thing, this button needs to be, click your button for me there. Yep. You're going to have a redirect override, that little checkbox right there. Nope, the button is going to be set to submit, just like that. Yes, right there. So when they submit this, they will be taken to the new order form that you're making with the new pricing of the product. We're not just going to take them to the next step in the funnel, your normal order form, because that's the full price product.
Yes.
Remember, if they opt in here, they get off 10% or 15%. So instead of taking them to the next step in the funnel, you build a.
I know there's one thing about the discounts, right? I wouldn't, as you mentioned, right? Like I wouldn't just give it to them, like, right? Like, okay, because what's the point? Everybody gets 15%, right? Like then 10%. My point is that I would use the maybe 10, 15% upon the maybe exit, or maybe when I retarget them, I can say, hey, listen, I saw that you did this and this. You know, here is like 10% off, 20% off, you know, just because we want to show the appreciation.
Sure, and that's fair, right?
You see what I'm saying? Because like otherwise they won't even have a chance unless they hit the first button to go into and just make a purchase, then they will just get 10, 15%. Now, my thing is I want to start with trying to collect the lead.
I'm sorry. I have a 12 o'clock and I am already getting lit up about this.
Yeah.
Okay, so to sum all this up, you're right. In the case that you're doing, it is for the brotherhood. There is a real sense of service there. I hear it loud and clear, 100%. And if you wanted to do something to purchasers that's like, hey, get 15% off your next purchase as a thank you, you definitely could do that and not offer 15% off or 10% off here. That's only for people that purchase. And typically, we want our best deal on the front end, the most savings on the front end, so we can generate the most buyers.
Yes. I'm gonna have to think about that, like how I would actually structure it, like from the tactics standpoint. But now, is this still enable redirect override or just submit form? Because this might be
depends. If you're gonna give them a discount, make it a redirect override and take them to a special order form with the special pricing. If you're not going to do a discount, then just take them, turn off the override, and when they opt in here, it'll take them to the order form.
Gotcha. So I just want to collect the name and at this point I'm just asking for the name and for the email, and that's good enough for this particular opt-in, because I want to try to get at least something if people are just going to be inquiring, and I'm going to look to put some headlines and sub headline. Thank you so much, Dante. And this submit form is click to sign up. That's basically the same button, right?
Well, yes, but that's the text that it says. You could make it say any text that you want it to say. Like if you click this label right there, actually, but if you click that, you can change up your button with anything you want it to say. And then I would just dress it up for what you're offering. Click to join the Brotherhood newsletter. Click to, something just descriptive for what the actual action gets them.
Absolutely. I will, I'm going to play, and I'm going to also consult, Dante AI and Claude and everybody else. So, thank you so much, Dante. So to sum up, the workflow is attached. If somebody comes in and just try to do something, it's going to go. That's all I need to know at this point.
Yep.
All I need to know at this point. Thank you so much, buddy.
You got it, Vladimir. Great work, man.
Likewise, bud.
All right, Orshi, goodness, I'm so sorry. I have a 12 o'clock that I just cannot miss. So I have to close this one down, but feel free, hop in tomorrow as early as possible. Be happy to help.
Really quick question. Thank you so much. Did you already have daylight savings? Is that why the time is messed up? Because for me, okay. Okay, I'm coming tomorrow.
Okay, that sounds great.
Okay.
Thank
We
you.
didn't have daylight savings. I was waiting, but it's okay. No worries. I'll ask you
Oh,
tomorrow.
I'm sorry.